All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking about, well, we're going to be diving into the concept of a galactic type 1 civilization.
Yeah.
And that's something that I actually saw in an article recently.
Okay.
And it kind of piqued my interest because,
Yeah.
well, it basically said that Earth is, we may be on verge of
Yeah.
reaching this status,
Yeah.
which I thought was fascinating. But
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I was like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Like, what is a galactic type 1 civilization? So that's what we're going to be diving into today.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. And the article had all this stuff about advanced technology and,
Yeah.
all this stuff about spiritual growth and even
Great.
like a shift towards unity for humanity.
Okay.
And even things like maybe potentially connecting with other civilizations.
Wow.
So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So the article basically said that Earth is transitioning into this type 1 galactic civilization, which, they're saying is a significant leap forward for all of humanity.
Right. So I guess the first question is, what is a galactic type 1 civilization?
Yeah. Exactly.
It sounds like something straight out of Star Trek.
It really does.
But it's actually a concept that's been around for a while in scientific circles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's based on the Kardashev scale, which is a way of measuring a civilization's technological advancement
Okay.
based on their energy consumption.
Hmm.
A type 1 civilization is one that can harness and utilize all the energy available on its home planet.
So it's not just about like spaceships and like lasers.
No. It's about a much more fundamental shift
Yeah.
in how we interact with our planet and its resources.
So you're talking about a pretty big societal
Exactly.
and even a consciousness shift.
It's a profound transformation
Wow.
in how a civilization operates.
Okay, so the article also mentioned this consciousness shift.
Mm.
And I was curious about that because,
Yeah.
that kind of seems like a pretty abstract concept.
Yeah, it's a bit petty.
Yeah.
I know, but think about it this way. We're talking about humanity moving beyond just focusing on individual needs and instead embracing a more global perspective.
So kind of like dissolving the barriers.
In a way, yes.
Okay.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness as a species.
Have you seen any evidence of this like happening around you?
Oh, absolutely. Think about the growing awareness of climate change or the rise of global social movements.
That's true.
These are all indications
Yeah.
that people are starting to see themselves as part of a larger whole
Right.
and not just isolated individuals.
Okay, so the article also talks about the importance of embracing diverse cultures
Yeah.
and even potentially, civilizations beyond Earth.
It's an intriguing idea, isn't it?
It really is.
The article suggests we can learn a lot from other cultures,
Hmm.
especially First Nations people,
Yeah.
who have a deep understanding
Yeah.
of interconnectedness.
Yeah, that's a good point. We often overlook the wisdom that these cultures have to offer.
Exactly.
And the article seems to be,
Yeah.
pretty optimistic about humanity's potential.
Well, yeah, I mean, it talks about all this creativity and compassion. I mean,
Right. And it even mentions aligning with like
Yeah.
an expanded consciousness
Yeah.
for a greater sense of purpose.
Right. It's like
Okay.
our inner growth as individuals
Yeah.
directly impacts our actions on a global scale.
Okay, so what do you think about this idea of universal language? Is that the article talks
Stuff
about
like love and
Well,
compassion
yeah,
and like,
freedom,
Yeah.
kindness,
Yeah.
like bridging gaps
yeah.
between worlds.
I mean, it sounds pretty utopian.
Yeah,
Right, but think about it. A galactic type 1 civilization would require an unprecedented level of cooperation and understanding.
right.
Maybe these universal languages are the key to making that happen.
Okay, so the article also had this like call to action at the end,
Oh, yeah.
saying that everyone has a
Yeah.
role to play in shaping this future.
Well, that's empowering.
Yeah, it is. So I guess the big takeaway here is this galactic type 1 civilization, it's about more than just fancy technology.
Right. It's a complete transformation of how we interact
With each other.
with each other, with
Yeah.
our planet, and with the universe as a whole.
Exactly.
It's a pretty mind-blowing concept
It is.
when you really think about it.
So if Earth really is on the cusp of this, it'll change. Like the article says, what can we do? Like starting today to contribute to this?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Hmm.
What kind of future do we want to create? And what steps can we take to get there? It's something for all of us to consider.
Yeah, that's something to think about. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.